everybody. This is Dave from Universal Truth of Mankind. I am a host, and this is Genesis Walk. Today, we're going to be focusing on Genesis chapter 12, verses 2 and 3. So let me read this passage to you and see if we can derive some better understanding of what is being spoken of here. It says, "And I will make of thee a great nation." We're going to comment on that part. "And I will bless thee and make thy name great, and be thou a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and him that curseth thee I will curse. And in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed." All, didn't say some. So let's step back for one moment and take a look at this. What is a great nation? Well, this is interesting. But before I say that, let's think about what happened before this occurred. Abram was in the Mesopotamian area. Abraham's father was an idolater and an idol maker. His family was quite prominent, and yet God asked him to leave all of this so that he would return more to a humble beginning. When he did this, Abraham ended up accumulating a lot of people amongst his ranks. For example, we read about how Abram took 318 men and was able to rescue Lot. But where did these 318 men come from? Well, he had a following. He had many people following wherever he went. So when he went off to the land of Canaan, many followed him. Abram became a spiritual leader. Abraham became an example. Abraham became a teacher to the people. Anyone who wanted to know, there was no special tribe that they came from. There was no special DNA within their, or special blood in their veins. Abraham was teaching the spiritual, the metaphysical part of our existence and how that relates to our physical existence. Abraham was going through all of this. So that's a great man, no doubt about it. But it's interesting how God said, "I will make of thee a great nation." Now, some may say, "Oh, that's Israel." No, Israel doesn't exist yet. Israel doesn't exist until Jacob comes along and until he changes and he has 12 sons and is renamed to Israel. So what word is used here when it says great nation? This may shock many of you. The word that is used, the Hebrew word, is goy. Yeah, you heard me. Goy. Keep that in mind, and let's step back again in past. What happened during Abraham's lifetime? Nimrod came to power. Nimrod became a world power. There has been cuneiform writings found in South America that had Nimrod's name on it. So he was an influencer of the world. So what happened? He tried to create the Tower of Babel, and what occurred? God decided to confuse the languages and what? Made many languages, thus making many nations. So now that God split that all up, it was to mix everything up so God can now start a new construction process of yet a new nation that is inclusive of all people. Anyone who wanted to follow him, anyone who wanted to learn from him, he didn't care about your background, your DNA. He just cared, do you love God? I'll teach you. It's that simple. So he was tasked to create a brand new nation to replace Nimrod's Tower of Babel, and the separation of all those people into various nations. But this was going to be through the spiritual and metaphysical level. We're not talking about a physical level here. It does result in a physical level, but remember, he had to go to a higher level. Now, there's one more thing I want to point out to you, which may surprise you all. Right here, Genesis 25:6. Listen to what it says. But unto the sons of the concubines, that's when he's sending everything away. He gave Isaac the blessing. But look what he gave to the sons of the concubines, his other sons that Abraham had. Abraham gave gifts. What are these gifts? And he sent them away from Isaac, his son, while he yet lived, eastward onto the east country. Where are we talking about? Well, if we say east country, we're going towards, well, let's use today's names: Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, India, China. He sent them eastward, literally eastward. He sent them away with gifts. But what gifts did he give them? Well, it's interesting. There are many that think or feel that a lot of these Eastern religious practices are based upon the gifts that Abraham gave them. You look at the Buddhist monks and their meditations. You look at the Tibetans and their meditations and their practices, and the Chinese and some of their practices, and so on and so forth. Their origins are based, although you could say polluted and transformed, are now, or I should say, were originally from Abraham. So he sent them away with a deeper spiritual, metaphysical understanding of things and separate Isaac from them. You may say, why? Because as time goes on, we learn to take the good out of all those Eastern religions, take the good out of all our Western religions, raise our spiritual awareness, and then transform all that material and bring it under one roof. That's what's currently happening as we chase after the Creator. It's all out there, it's all distributed, and it all has to come back. I hope this helps. A lot to think about. And just so you know, I have links below to various playlists that may give you further information, and also links to playlists that have additional videos that you may not have seen. Please go take a look. And also, I am on Rumble, so please subscribe to Rumble so that you have that as an alternative location to get my videos. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.